Welcome back to the Making the Madness YouTube channel. This is Jonathan here to break down the news as Armando Bacot has decided to forgo entering the NBA draft. He's decided he is going to return to North Carolina for another season. This is certainly huge news, big news for any North Carolina fan because Bacot is a superstar. You look at him, he is going to go out, he is going to rebound. He's set, rebound records for the NCAA tournament. He, basically looked like Bill Russell out there just, getting rebound after rebound after rebound. I think Bill Russell's the only one ahead of him on the NCAA tournament rebound statistics. He was an elite rebounder in the NCAA tournament. I think if Oscar Tshiebwe returns, he might be the top rebounder, but at very worst, Armando Bacot's like the second best rebounder in the sport going into next season. That's the type of, elite hustler, elite rebounder that he is. Oh, and by the way, he's an elite scorer as well inside. He's a good post scorer. Was certainly very big in, the NCAA tournament late in the season as they were making their run, as they were beating Duke in Cameron Indoor Stadium. He was certainly big in that. And for this North Carolina team, this is a team that, throughout much of the season was on the bubble. And, we didn't know if they would get into the NCAA tournament. They end up, making the run. They beat Duke in Cameron Indoor Stadium. And now, here they are. They go make the run to the national championship game. Come up, minute short, right there, led by 15 at the half. We all know what happened in the national championship game. But they also beat Duke to get to the national championship game. So this was, a North Carolina team that was right there with a chance to win the national championship a season ago. And now, looks like it could be one of the teams to beat going into next season. And, obviously Armando Bacot returning is certainly a big part of that. It's also going to be the return of a lot of other pieces. They lose Brady Mack, but it looks like, they'll probably end up having Leaky Black, who seems like he is going to stay for what would be a COVID season. That's going to be big. He can kind of play the 3 or 4 for them. You're going to get Pup Johnson back, who, was a breakout superstar in the national championship game. Certainly he's going to take a step forward. Lose Manic, as mentioned. And then the guards are kind of the bigger question. I think R.J. Davis going into next season is going to be, one of the top 5 point guards in the sport. He's going to likely return. I don't see him going anywhere. And then Caleb Love, I think, will probably test the NBA draft waters. But, given the way name, image, likeness is these days, I would, go to bet that I think he's probably going to be back. So this is a North Carolina team that's going to return 5 of their top 6 rotation players going next season. If all things go the way it looks like they will probably go, and that's certainly going to be big. This is a North Carolina team, mentioned right there, had a chance to win the national championship season ago. Now they're returning all these pieces. We've seen it in the past, like UCLA returned basically everyone, didn't, quite get over the hump and, make it. They actually lost to North Carolina. So it's ironically going to be a similar situation to that. But, I think North Carolina, you look at going into next season, the ACC is certainly going to be up for grabs. I think North Carolina needs to be the team to beat going into next season from the ACC. You certainly have Duke's going to be right there, but, how will John Shire react? But certainly North Carolina, I think, needs to be the team to beat in the ACC, assuming all the pieces I anticipate returning end up returning. I think that's, where we're at with it when it comes to the ACC race. As for, you look at elsewhere across the country, like we'll see more and more players, I think, probably coming back. But, North Carolina, I think going into next season, if everyone returns like expected, they're probably going to get a couple more transfer portal guys as well. I think North Carolina is going to be a pretty clear top 5 team, and that's, very exciting to look forward to for next season for North Carolina. And it looks like a season where the Tar Heels could be, in contention to cut down another national championship, going to probably come, with a sense of determination. Just think back to that 2017 team. Lost in the national championship 2016, kind of heartbreaking there. They go out next season, win the national championship with a lot of returning players. Could be a situation you see the exact same thing. So North Carolina is certainly, getting Armando Bacot is certainly big, and they're going to be one of the top teams in the sport next season. Thanks again for tuning in to Making the Madness on YouTube, and we'll be back with more transfer NBA draft decisions, so stay tuned.